Guys podcast presents the Alien Retrospective Series episode. I can't wait to talk about this one. I'm along with Ed and Eric. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Up, nice and easy to the left, like always, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the best reply you can give.
Yeah, I mean, kind of have to do that. We're going to talk about Alien because it is my personal favorite movie and also my favorite movie franchise of all time. But I know not everybody in the world shares this opinion about it. And I want to know what you guys think about this franchise. I want to know what you guys think about the video games, the comic books, and also Geiger's work and the directors as well. So, from the movies, the comic books, the video games, and the art, where should we start first, guys? What should we talk about first?
No time, Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. Ark of the Diver, going head first. No. That's fine. I like Alien a lot. One of my favorite video games for Super Nintendo was Alien 3. It was a really cool fucking video game to be playing as Ripley, just kind of running through the industrial park or whatever the hell that industrial planet that she's that forge factory.
Fiorna 151.
There you go.
Sorry. This is like Lord of the Rings.
This is why we have you on here. This is why we're talking about it. It's great. I like the series. I mean, sci-fi horror is always been like a genre that I love. I mean, there's not too many other sci-fi horrors, but almost every single one that there has been, I think that I've always enjoyed. Like, respectively so. Whether it be like Sphere, Event Horizon, kind of stuff like that is awesome shit. And it's just the imagination is just so like it's almost like it's a sci-fi gothic,
Yes. Oh yes, and it's interesting that you put up Event Horizon because that stole a lot from Alien. Okay, fine.
And Sphere.
We'll go with and Sphere. Okay, so we'll go with this, Eric and Ed. What is your favorite movie in the franchise? Do you guys have a favorite?
Yeah, two Aliens.
Yeah, Aliens.
That's my favorite one. I'm not a huge Ridley Scott fan. I'm just going to put that out there right up front. But I am a pretty big James Cameron fan in terms of the kind of filmmaking that he does. And I think 2 is one of the greatest films of all time. It's got one of my favorite lines in the history of film. At the end, when Sigourney Weaver, when she calls the alien a bitch, it's beautiful, and she punches it, and she, you know what I mean? Like it's well done. It's perfect. I would say for me, it's 2.
2? Eric, what about you?
Well,
do you have one?
It's definitely not Resurrection. No, I would probably say Aliens 2 as well. It's just a lot more imagination and a lot more kind of like that gun killer kind of, because you already know it's already been set from the first one. Even though actually you really flip a coin between the two, Alien and Aliens, because they're both just awesome thrillers. I like a thriller as much as I like kind of like what's around the corner or is it behind you type thing. And one thing that Alien does so well is also the score, kind of, or the mood that they set in the movie is Ripley just creeping through the hallways and just kind of being like, holy shit, what is this thing? I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know what it can do. All I know is that I got this gun, and I got a hunt in the confines of my spaceship.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to be different from you guys. It's not Alien. It's not Alien Resurrection, and it's not Aliens. My favorite's actually Alien 3.
Okay. No problem with that. It's a cool concept.
The reason why Alien 3 is great is if the fans or if you guys ever get a chance, it's on Amazon. It's under $20. You can get it in the quadrilogy set that I own. But watch Alien 3 Fincher's director's cut. It's 45 minutes longer than the theatrical cut, and you get introduced to characters and backstories that you didn't even know existed in the theatrical cut.
See, there you go. The director's cut. That's what's missing from a lot of shit.
Yes. Like here, for an example, in Alien 3, the alien pops out of a dog, right?
Yeah.
In the director's cut, it pops out of a bowl.
A bowl?
A bull, because one of the things that they established on this planet is how the hell do these guys eat? This is an abandoned prison planet. Fincher was very, very good on that. So what they did is they actually had farmland, and they used the old time farmland, with the bull, like go behind the bull and tear up the fields.
Like a plow
And
and stuff.
and the face hugger attached itself to a bull.
Is this in the director's cut?
This is in the director's cut. Yeah.
So much that is missing out of just regular stuff too. And that's another weird thing too, is that it's like you see it more now, where in movies where people are just like, oh, we'll just wait for the DVD because there's more to it. The director's cut. There's more
Yeah.
in Batman Superman. There's gonna be more in the Marvel movies. There's gonna be more in that's like their key thing. But for movies like this, just because they make them so long sometimes. Well,
Yeah.
typical James Cameron, right?
Well, yeah, but James Cameron can do
Yeah.
anything he wants. Clearly, we have found that out. Like, my God, that guy makes one movie a decade, and he's a billionaire.
Yeah. But they're
also,
beautiful movies. All of
they
them
are.
are.
Abyss
They
is
are.
amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Fincher in number 3 also adds new mythology to the alien that we've never gotten before. Like, there are 2 different versions of facehuggers. We find out in Alien 3 that the alien that's inside of Ripley is actually a queen alien. And the facehugger is actually gigantic compared to a normal size facehugger because it has to lay the embryo of a queen.
Mm.
So that was taken out. And then I don't know if you guys remember it or not, but the biggest change was the doctor, the guy that kind of befriended her that she had sex with, the doctor guy.
Yeah, we all know that scene.
We know his whole family history. We know he's actually not a prisoner. We know everything about him, and that's predominantly where the 45 minutes is for. It's just him and his backstory. So when his death happens, it's actually deserved and it's earned because he sacrifices himself instead of just being attacked for no
Jeez,
reason.
why would they choose to cut all that out then? I mean, if it's extra 45 minutes, they gotta cut something out, huh?
Well, what happened, guys, and I apologize for talking forever, and because we're going to talk about other ones too, but what happened with Alien 3 is that they did something that they did in the other 2 movies. They gave it to a director that nobody really knew. Ridley Scott really wasn't popular at the time when Alien came out. James Cameron just came off of Piranha 2: The Spawning, and he just got done doing Terminator, and it hasn't been released yet. So he was still kind of new as well. Fincher has never done a film before. All he did was Madonna music videos, and the studio was on his ass. He never had a script. When they started filming, there literally was no script.
Nice.
So this poor guy had to do everything, and still to this day, he's the only director in the whole saga that refuses to be interviewed. And if anybody asks him about Alien 3, he stops the interview. He will not talk about Alien 3 because the studio changed everything.
Really?
And that's a funny thing because it's not a terrible movie.
No, I don't think
You would think a movie like that, like a story like that, would mean okay, this movie is going to be terrible. And we've seen some situations where that has happened, and they've been terrible movies. But that particular Alien 3 is arguably the better one. I mean, personally I like 2. We've talked about it, but 3 is like I said, arguably one of the better of the series.
Well, I mean, anything's better than Resurrection, but I mean,
it's more so that 3 just kind of it adds more to this world, to this universe that they live in of Alien,
Yeah.
of where they're at, and you kind of see just really how not even just like one spaceship or one like kind of mining area, or you see kind of just what the world is like or what life is like for humans. It's just you're building to survive, and you're just kind of going to different planets and just kind of harvesting, or just
oh yeah,
it's constant exploration and explore. It's just a dark, gritty planet or this universe, and it's just cool.
But that's very David Fincher too. Like if you think like Fight Club, Gone Girl, what a couple other like he's done a Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. Like they're just dark movies. The stories themselves sort of tend to go that way. Like if you look at the scripts and the storylines anyway. But the way he does his filmmaking is really in your face, real gritty, and like very 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 dark.
And
and that's
You're coming off a sci-fi fantasy, Star Wars. Which was released like like maybe a couple years. Aliens came out like a couple years after it, I think, right? Like,
Star Wars was 77, Alien was 79.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it came
2
out a little
years.
bit after it,
Yep.
and so in sci-fi, you're coming off of movies that were very sci-fi fantasy, and then like Star Trek and all that other stuff, where it's very playful, and then you get to see this other side of more almost like kind of like just a darker but more real kind of. It's not a glamorous. Like everything is kind of practical, or just kind of that's where it is. This future, and it's really cool to just have
Yeah.
when they take a popular idea and completely flip it. Like
Well,
it works for a lot of things. By the way, for most things, I still to this day think that they remade Charlie the Chocolate Factory now, but like dark. I think that would fucking easy billion.
Well, they
Well,
did.
maybe-
It was just
maybe
campy
two-
with Tim Burton.
Maybe 250 million. I think it would still do well. I would think. Yeah, they shouldn't have done the Tim Burton one. He's
Although
I
I
don't know
would
what the
say
fuck
Tim
he's
Burton
on.
did turn Willy Wonka into the ultimate rebel. His dad was a dentist, and the son becomes the greatest candy maker of all time.
True. True. And he does look like Michael Jackson, so you got that too.
Well, yeah.
In the movie, yeah, because I hate that movie. But let's go with Alien on this point. So we now talk about Alien 3. Do you guys know the story of how Alien, the actual script, came about? Do you guys know anything about the history of this and how we got
I do not.
I'm hoping that you do, Jordan. That's
Smart.
What led you to
Smart-ass.
wonder if he knew the story or not?
Sorry,
I'm
I'm nuts.
intrigued though. I mean, go ahead because it's
Yeah.
the way that the movie industry works too is so fascinating. Especially when you hear it about like your favorite movies. Like you don't
Sure.
realize that Caddyshack was just a horrible thing
Yeah.
to do, and then like it's just cool to hear the backstory. But yeah, please share.
Okay. Well, what happened is we already talked about this writer slash director in a retrospective series already this year, Dan O'Bannon. He went on to direct such great films as Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah,
Dan O'Bannon is a racist.
good for him. Well, I mean,
The reason why I'm saying this is this: he writes a screenplay and he calls it Star Beast,
okay.
and he writes it because he wants to capitalize off of Star Wars. Because at that point, everybody wants to capitalize off of Star Wars. He writes a script called Star Beast, and there's no black characters, there's no female characters, and there's no android, and there's no company, right? So the screenplay's passed around through 20th Century Fox for about a year and a half. Walter Hill from Brandywine Productions reads the script and says, "This is the worst piece of shit I've ever read." He actually has gone on record and said that. This is terrible. He then but he gets to a certain part where he is blown away, so he gives it to his business partner. His business partner calls him and says, "This is a terrible script. Why did you give this to me? We're never going to make this into a movie." He goes, "Keep reading. Where are you at?" He goes, "I'm on page 90. This is in the quadrilogy set, so this is quotes.
Nice. Okay.
He says, "I'm on page 90. Nothing has happened. This is terrible." He goes, "Read to page 120. You'll be blown." He goes, 120? That's 120 minutes of a movie. What are you talking about? He gets to the chest burster scene, and he's blown away, and that's the only thing. They buy the script. They buy the rights to everything, and that's the only thing they kept was the chest burster. That was it. Because it was so brilliant, they thought, on how to get an alien on this ship.
Yeah.
You can't have it just sneak on or nothing like that. Pretty much, Kane, the guy in the first movie who got the facehugger, was space raped.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happened. I mean, that's what happened.
Throat fucked into pregnancy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why the script was actually terrible, and Dan O'Bannon was threatening to sue 20th Century Fox because he didn't want it to be African Americans in this film. He didn't want the hero to be a female because that doesn't make any sense. I mean, come on now, women heroes, no,
Yeah.
and all this stuff. And
This
it
is
was
the future, damn it! Nothing but white men.
yeah. But the funny thing is to me, the whole thing, and for all of us who know film,
Make
in
space
script
great
writing,
again.
yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That one just popped in there.
That's good. That's
Go
good. That's good. And script writing, it is a page a minute. So Dan O'Bannon's original draft was 120 minutes until the chest burster happened. That's ridiculous.
2 hours and nothing here, huh?
Nothing.
I
So
mean,
that's how Alien
like,
became Alien.
What do they do? They just like talk about how much they hate women in blacks? Is that pretty much it for the
No,
first
no,
2 hours of the movie?
no. I mean, like they
Yeah,
deal with anything.
yeah, yeah.
They just, they bought the rights. They bought the rights to everything, paid him quite a bit of money, and they changed everything completely. The only two things they kept. I'm sorry, because I watched the documentary. The only two things they kept was the chest burster and the mode. The mood, the truck drivers in space kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That was Dan O'Bannon's kind of vision. So that's the only two things they kept. Aren't we glad though that we get the first Alien and how slow it is and how you don't know what the fuck is going to happen? The first Alien, I would argue, is better than Aliens because it completely changed sci-fi for multiple years. Everybody ripped off of that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
iconic.
I agree with that.
It's iconic. It's put a place into Hollywood history, you know. And
No, I 100% agree.
it's I will agree because I think we all can agree that when you first watch that movie, watching that chest burster scene, you're just kind of like, holy shit, like that was just like it just happened because I didn't expect it when I first saw it. You know, I'm a kid and I didn't know anything about it. But even like the crew's reaction is well acted too, and they're shocked because when it happens, they're like, I don't know what to do next. Like,
Yeah.
what do we do? Like, what the hell just happened? You know?
Oh yeah, and also if you guys rewatched it for the review, I don't know if you guys did or not, but when the chest burster pops out and the blood spurting everywhere and like Lambert, the other girl, is screaming bloody murder,
Yeah.
nobody knew it was going to be that much blood. Like they all knew the chest burster was going to happen, but nobody knew it was going to be that. So they squirted her with blood, and her reaction was her real reaction, and was
Beautiful.
Wow.
majority of everybody's.
That's what you need is like that genuine reaction, kind of like where they dropped down Rickman on Die Hard. Yeah, that was the genuine reaction because
Yep.
they told him one thing on account and they got another. You know, kind of those real reactions really do make a big difference. And a fake scream is you know the difference between a real scream. You know, and it's,
Yes.
there's nothing more than just like a real scream. You know.
When directors put their actual actors in the harm's way, of course the real thing comes out because they're terrible at what they're at their
yeah.
jobs.
Just like some screams just kind of echo, you know, as like there's got to be somewhere like a top 25 great screams or something like that in movie history because
Oh, Watch Mojo probably has it.
yeah, I'm sure. And if Kevin McAllister isn't on there, I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I already knew about the chest burster because a year. Okay, so this is what happened. This is how I found out about Alien. Because I remember it very vividly, and because the years, there's a reason why I know the years. In 1996, I saw Spaceballs. My dad showed me Spaceballs.
Yeah.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Yes. And at the end of Spaceballs, the actual guy Kane is there in the diner, and the alien pops out of his chest,
Yeah.
and he sings "Hello, my baby," and he goes away.
The beautiful, brilliant mind of Mel Brooks.
The hat and cane and everything too.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny, but my dad was on the floor because my dad's already seen Alien, and I didn't know what Alien was, and I just remember him falling to his knees laughing, and I go, "What's so funny?" He goes, "Oh, don't worry about it, right?"
Yeah.
The reason why I know the year is because in 1997, a little movie that we all know, Batman and Robin came out.
Yeah.
And my dad took my brother and I to go see Batman and Robin, and believe it or not, the trailer that was playing in Batman and Robin was Alien Resurrection.
Okay.
And I was like, "This movie looks cool, Dad. Let's go see this." He goes, "Yeah, well, fine, we'll go see it, but let me show you this." And that's how I knew of the chest burster.
Let me get
because,
you caught
yeah,
up, you know.
Yeah, so that's why. But yeah, so Spaceballs was my introduction to aliens.
And
Wow.
that's a good reason why they actually remake these movies, just because it'll be, you know, for new generations, like, oh, before we go see this, we have to watch the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Keep this legacy of going. And
So
yeah.
yeah.
But
So why? why Aliens for you guys? I don't mean to interrupt, but you guys both said you loved Aliens. You guys said it was an awesome combat movie, blah blah blah. But there's something more that you guys really like, though. I feel that just makes you like Aliens more. What is it?
It, I'll jump on that one. I am not a huge fan of Ridley Scott. Just not. I think you pointed out, like, this movie's slow. All of his movies are slow. Even, I mean, I like Gladiator, and Matchstick Men was good from a different point of view. And then, what was the other? G.I. Jane. I like G.I. Jane only because I thought Demi Moore was extra hot with a shaved head. That was a little weird. But all his movies are extra slow. So, Aliens, you get the beautiful filmmaking mind of James Cameron. Forget about the fact that Avatar was Pocahontas just with blue Indians, but he's really, really innovative, and he took a world that already existed and made it better. And then you get the Sigourney Weaver is a much better actress at this point, because before then I don't think she'd done anything. I don't know what she had done, maybe a couple things here and there, but she's got a few movies under her belt, and the technology's better, and because you get some of the scenes in Alien which are very innovative for the time, but they're very much like you guys had said. Everybody's trying to piggyback off of Star Wars and Star Trek. The opening scene where the ship comes in is really the opening scene of Star Wars, where you get the Star Destroyer coming in. It's really the same thing. So they're trying to piggyback off of all those things and take what people have seen and go off of that. Aliens doesn't do that really, in my view. I mean, there's only so much you can do with a world that already exists, but it's a lot more innovative, I think, than the first one.
Well, okay. Eric, do you have something you want to retort before I go on that?
No. I think just the concept is a bit cooler. I do like that. Hypersleep is a reality in this world, and she's been dormant for like 60 something years or something like that after the
57.
57 years. And
sorry, I'm that guy tonight.
No,
You're fine.
get it. And then then she wakes up and no one's believes her about the alien story pretty much, and the planet that was affected is now being terraformed, which is a really cool thing too, because we're a species now that just go and colonize on a planet now.
Yeah.
And that's pretty dope for me. But I just like the cinematography, just the overall kind of what am I trying to look for? The color and the mood was a bit more kind of adventure for me. A little more.
Okay.
And to piggyback off what you said, Eric, Sigourney Weaver in that movie, probably because it's been that was 79 and 86 was when Aliens came out. Not only she had Ghostbusters and a few things under her belt, but she goes through the whole first half of the movie going, "What the fuck are you doing? I already told you, stop it, stop it, stop it. Are you?" She goes through the whole movie saying, "I've seen this. Just cut it out. Just stop it." And she does it in a really convincing way, and nobody listens to her. And obviously, we understand from the first one that there's this corporation behind everything. Like, they don't really tell you a whole lot, but you understand that there's things going on. There's other aspects going on. There's things at play, and 2 sort of brings that a little bit together. Like, they tell you the story a little better.
Okay.
You understand the concepts better. They go into they're not as vague about it. They sort of are up front and saying we're just going to make money. We don't really care. We're trying to make money and weapons.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, you bring up some very interesting points. Something that you guys may find interesting is that Aliens, the second one, is the only one that has never been designed by Geiger. That's all Cameron's designs. I don't know if you guys noticed the aliens look different in that movie than the other ones.
No, and that's what I think. I enjoyed it for just it being an entertaining movie. Is really what it was.
Yeah.
But as I said before, Aliens that horror. Oh, Aliens is a little bit more sci-fi action.
Yeah.
And Aliens is definitely sci-fi horror, and that's why each one of them, both of them, stand on their own. It's just awesome alien movies, and really what they have been doing so far with all of the movies. Is like each one is kind of like their own standalone, different chapter or different book in the series type thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, yeah, I agree.
Because you can
I
watch
agree.
all of them on their own, and just if you have a brief familiarity with what it is, they could do it on its own, because it kind of starts off the same way. You'd appreciate a lot more, obviously, of watching Aliens because it's just dope as fuck. Like, for lack
Okay.
of a better term, right there. I mean, I think they're pretty much
Dope as fuck.
I think they're pretty. The movie's fantastic. Like but I don't know. As a kid watching it, Aliens was just like a fun adventure. Like, give me the big guns, give me that mech suit,
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
marine suit type thing with the yellow bars, and let's just walk in there and just blast them. I'm loving it.
Now I'm assuming from both your guys' statements that none of you guys have actually seen any of these movies' director's cuts, then, huh?
No, I'm
No.
not.
Okay, well, Aliens has a director's cut as well, and that's an extra 25 minutes. And Ed, to go on what you were saying that you know more, well, you know
Sorry, I
a
wasn't paying
lot
attention. I
more.
was taking a podcast selfie. What'd you say?
Okay, you what? Okay, I don't know how to follow up with that. Okay, all right. You know how you said how you liked Aliens, Ed, because it added more to the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in Cameron's director's cut for Aliens, you go to Hagley's Hope first. You actually see everybody working alive with their families in the colony.
Okay.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
To see.
Okay.
And you follow Newt and her family. You see her mom, her dad, her brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Burke, the bad guy that goes down with them, actually calls Newt's family and tells them to go check out the spaceship from the first Alien, and they get Newt's dad back with a face hugger attached to him. That's what starts it all.
Oh, okay.
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 So yeah, so all that was cut out in the director's cut, but if you ever are interested, of course, to the fans to see the director's cut, you get all of that in there.
I mean, I'd be interested to see it just from a film lover's perspective. The only problem I see with that is how long is it? Because Ridley Scott's movies are just one of those things that, like, if Ridley Scott could take 4 hours to tell you a story, he would.
No. This is Cameron's version. This is the second one.
Oh, I thought you said Alien. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said
No,
Alien.
Aliens.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. See, no. Cameron's director's cut for Aliens is 25 extra minutes. So like
okay.
the whole Newt family thing is like 10 minutes, and then there's added stuff on. Like we know more about Hicks and Hudson and all those guys.
See, there you go.
So.
You did mention those names. I was only 3/4 of the way paying attention because I was too busy taking podcast selfies. I'm sorry.
Podcast selfies, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna hashtag that. I'm gonna hashtag that. It's gonna be a new thing.
I think
Aren't you?
do that?
Aren't you like 30?
Not yet.
Seriously?
Dick.
Podcast selfies? All right. Do you, buddy? Do you? Do you, buddy?
Hey,
So,
let's move it to Prometheus because I wouldn't mind talking about that
Yes.
too.
Yes. Let's move to Prometheus. I get done watching. Ed, you said you never seen it.
I have not. I planned on seeing it today, but I'm going to say this: knowing what I mean, not having seen the movie in its entirety, but having seen knowing Alien pretty well, and then having seen the trailer, and then having seen like clips and stuff, the fact that nobody knew that this was a fucking Alien movie until the end blows my mind. Are there things that I'm missing?
Yeah, you are. It's really not an Alien movie.
Okay.
Eric, would you agree with me on that?
What with the
Prometheus.
Well, because
really
the ships are the same, are they not? The ships are the same.
Eric, tell me if you think I'm wrong on this.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say that it isn't a. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, but I mean the death in that movie, the alien in the ship, that's an alien, right? I mean, there's face grabbers or face huggers.
It's pretty damn close. It is
how
the
about
same
this?
universe.
You had said that they're going to just kind of pretend Prometheus didn't exist and then just continue on with the story. I'm okay with that. How about that?
Really?
I'm completely okay with that. I had watching Prometheus in the theater. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was very visually appealing. I had a lot of gripes and that kind of pissed me off because you ever watch a movie, you're just like, wait a second. Well, if that's the case, then wouldn't you just motherfucking just do this instead? Like, there's
Yeah,
the biologist that was up there, the red tough guy with the ginger. I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of questions I had about him. You know,
yeah. Like, why is he there?
yeah, that'd be a big one too. A big one was the helmet thing too. Why he just took it off too easy, or there's a lot of gripes about the movie, and then they like nobody got along, and you're just like, hey everybody, we're this company, this billion-trillion-dollar fucking company. We really need a team to go do this. Here we go. You guys are all meeting for the first time, and we're gonna send you on this mission. Have fun, Bring us back the gold, and there they go.
No,
And they
yeah.
fly off. And it's just like, wouldn't you like want to make sure these people are cohesive? Like,
Well, here's the interesting thing. I think you guys are going to find interesting. Eric, you may love this
hire a
too, because
team
this is
rather
where
than
they messed up.
individuals. Yeah.
Alien is 23 years after Prometheus.
Okay.
Okay? Only 23 years. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And Aliens, between Alien and Aliens, is 57 years.
Yeah.
So they already had colonial marines. Now, I just watched this tonight to prepare for the show. They go to, which is not LV-426, which makes no goddamn sense. It's
Which
only
is the original
LV.
planet, right? From 1 and 2.
Yes, it's LV-223. But, okay, here's my point. But telling you the years. It's 23 years before Alien, and they only bring flamethrowers. Why isn't there a group of colonial marines with them with weapons and rocket launchers and their nukes? And I mean, like, they're going on a science expedition, and all they have is flamethrowers.
Yeah, you think that there'd be a
That
better,
made
a
no
better
sense.
projectile, or a line of defense for them to do something.
Made no sense. I do actually like to think, though, that Shaw is a very, very good Ripley stand-in. I thought she was great.
I liked her. It was, again, like I said, like there's a lot of parts of the movie I didn't like and or that I did and did not like. And
Yeah.
But if they want to go ahead and say, hey, let's just pretend that would never happen, I'd be on board with it. Like, okay, because kind of the way that I had it envisioned it was not that way. So
I agree.
I'm
Yes.
willing to accept the fact that they wanted to just kind of redo that one as far as the story goes. Just because, and we're at a point in movies like that now where people can just go up and say, hey, everyone, this is how I see it. And
Yeah. Well,
choose your one that you want to pick. If you are this type of faithful, if you're the Prometheus faithful, or if you're the Covenant faithful. Kind of.
yeah, which is what I'm worried about. And Ed, you said you hate Ridley Scott. Eric, I've had this discussion before, but here's something that's shitty. Neil Blomkamp was supposed to do the next Alien film. Eric, Ed, you know who Neil Blomkamp is, right?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, I don't actually.
He directed District 9, Chappie, Elysium.
Well, see, that's why I don't know him, because I fell asleep every time I watched District 9.
Okay.
The concept was a beautiful concept. It just didn't work as a film. I fell asleep every time.
Well, he was supposed to do the next Alien movie, and it was just called Alien 5. There was no title yet, and
Okay.
I was really excited about it because they were forgetting 3, 4, and Prometheus ever happened, and it's the direct sequel to Aliens. And Sigourney Weaver signed on. The girl who played Newt signed on, and Hicks signed on to do it. They already had concept drawings. They already had a script going. They were going to film this year.
There you go.
Okay.
Ridley
What
Scott
happened?
says, Ridley Scott comes in with his big fat dick and says,
And what a dick.
wait a minute. Yes, because the man did give us Blade Runner, so thank you. But,
Oh my god, I
he
hate
goes,
that
"Hey."
movie.
Oh, I love Blade Runner. Anyway, he goes, and this is a quote from the Quadrilogy. He goes, hey, 20th Century Fox, time out. You guys signed on to do 3 Prometheus films. And you can't do Neil Blomkamp's because I'm contractually obligated to do Prometheus 2. So see you, Neil Blomkamp, and your idea. I'm going to do Prometheus 2, which they're filming now.
Yep.
Well,
I don't know.
And it's called Alien Covenant. And the story, since, Ed, you haven't seen it, Eric, the story is the spaceship Covenant goes to a planet called Paradise, which is the engineer's home planet, and the only living thing there is David the Synthetic. Shaw has been killed, starring Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
Yes,
Where does he fit in all that?
he's in it.
All
Go to
right.
IMDb. Ed,
I,
Ed, you know who Danny McBride is, right?
I'm trying to rack my brain. Tell me
He's
what he's been in.
Kenny fucking Powers.
Oh yes,
Yes.
Eastbound and Down.
Yep. He's in this movie. He's in Alien Covenant, which is coming out next August, 2017.
Well, he's been in a ton of things.
Yeah, but he's not an alien. Oh.
He's gonna be the comic relief. Just relax. I know how much you love this movie. But
We'll see, because sometimes the greatest actors are often the comedians.
Well,
Robin Williams.
Bryan Cranston. There you go.
Yeah,
all right,
there you go.
Bryan Cranston. Yeah, but Danny McBride's no fucking Bryan Cranston,
Jim
guys.
Carrey.
I mean, come on.
Nobody knew how good Bryan Cranston was until Breaking Bad, and he gave the greatest character arc in the history of the visual medium.
All right.
Jamie Foxx is another one.
There you go.
Jamie Foxx. Okay. All right. I like him in one movie, but that's okay. I mean, that's just me.
Went from a living color to winning an Oscar for best actor. So.
Hey, in me, it's from A Living Color to Any Given Sunday. His best performance ever.
He was really good in that, but that was not his best performance.
It's my favorite football movie. I'm sorry. I really dig that movie a lot. I think it's funny.
Everyone likes that.
Sometimes,
movie.
Jordan, I question your knowledge of film.
I have a raging nerd boner about aliens. I'm putting Eric to sleep, and I'm sure the fans have already turned off by now because I can't shut my mouth. What makes you think I don't know anything about film, Ed? What makes you think about it?
This is great. Everyone likes Aliens and is excited for it, because no matter what Covenant is going to be, people are still going to see it. The engineers did intrigue me very much in Prometheus.
They did.
I liked their introduction and kind of what they were and just kind of the mystery behind them. It really, all the foreshadowing I actually liked. Like,
yes, I did like the foreshadowing. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
I liked the Guy Pearce playing just pretty much his role, and just big billionaire just throwing money at the project, you know.
Yeah.
And I just every part of it was just cool. I just didn't like. I like Idris Elba. I like Charlize Theron in it. It was great. I just didn't like kind of what the characters were doing, and what they were, you know, just what they were about. They sucked together, and it was just kind of like, it almost seemed like there was, maybe it was horribly written, and then on set they just said, you know what? No, we're gonna make changes and make this even shittier.
Yeah, probably because there's a fan theory going around that Charlize Theron is actually an android. Wasn't it?
I think they just threw out the script and be like, you know what, everybody? I think we're just gonna improv this entire thing. Go. You know?
Yeah. Oh, and Ed, when Eric and I talked about the engineers, that's the actual space jockey in Alien.
Okay.
You find out in Prometheus that the space jockey looks like a human, just a giant human, and they created humans. And they created life. They created life. And they were on their way to Earth with the alien eggs, so to speak, to destroy mankind. Essentially.
Okay.
That's kind of the gist of it.
I think they're a pretty cool concept.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a little bit more of them and see what's going on. But
now, Eric, you brought up about the games. Has anybody here but me played Alien Isolation?
Played Alien vs. Predator.
I've never played it. I played that.
You guys gotta get Alien Isolation. I can't put it down.
I saw you on Xbox Live earlier playing it.
Oh my god!
I was playing The Division, and you were playing that.
Oh my god! You guys have not. You guys gotta play this game. This game. Oh my god! This game's so great. This game is 7 years after Alien, and you're playing as Ripley's daughter, Amanda.
Okay.
Which is not just shoehorned in because in Alien. Yeah, because in Aliens, James Cameron's movie, that's another scene that got cut out in the director's cut. Is she? It's been 57 years, and they unfreeze her, and she finds that her daughter died of old age, Amanda Ripley. They already said Amanda Ripley and all this other stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't just like foobarred in, like it was like part of the actual world. But you are playing as Amanda Ripley. You're 22 years old, first person, and it's 7 years after Alien, and you're trying to discover where your mom is. You're trying to find out where the Nostromo is,
That's
and
dope.
you
That's cool.
Oh,
and you are on a space station with just one alien and no weapons.
ugh, that sucks.
And all you can do is hide. There's barely any maps. There's barely any humans. You have the motion tracker from Alien and maybe a flamethrower here and there, and that's it. When you hear the alien come, you have to hold your breath. You have to hide. If you make one move, he finds you, you're dead. I've already died 200 times. It's
Nice.
ridiculous.
That sounds like Clock Tower. You ever play Clock Tower?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, one of the greatest games of all time because you have no weapons, you have nothing. You just hide from the giant guy with the fucking metal head and scissors.
Oh, well, yeah, kind of the same thing then. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't
Pretty
think those.
much.
That's a pretty cool concept for a game. I would definitely check that out. I like sneak fucking movies or sneak games like that. A lot of the games that I play, I like to kind of be stealthy or ambush or something.
Well,
And
Eric, you may love this because I know you're a game guy. You know how when you die in a game, like especially any game, but how you die in a game multiple times, you kind of figure out the bugs of the game, and hey, if you go left, you won't get shot, right?
right.
Yeah.
In Alien Isolation, the AI is ever changing. So
Nice.
if you move left and the alien gets you, well, you're not going to move right. The alien's going to come get you if you move to the right. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to actually cheat the game.
Oh, really? Is it? I mean, is it just that, or is it like RNG?
Well, it's like I'm going to say it probably has like let's say in one mission you die like 20 times. It has like 20 different moves. So like if you're hiding behind a chair and you move to the left and the alien kills you, if you move to the right when you respawn, the alien's still going to get you. So you have to kind of figure out how to get out of that, get out from behind the chair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it has. I mean, like it's not ever ending, but it has like a bunch of different AI stuff to where it's not the same thing every single time.
I'll have to check it out. Is it a PC?
PC, Xbox One, 360, PS3, PS4. That means. Do you guys play Colonial Marines then? That came out a few years ago.
Oh no, I have
Mhm.
I have played it though. That's one where you can pick between human, alien, predator. No,
That's just Alien versus Predator.
yeah. Well, Colonial
Yeah.
Marine. No. Colonial Marine is where you can pick the role, right? Either Colonial Marine or an alien, right?
Colonial Marine or Alien, yeah. That one you can, but you have Alien versus Predator too. I don't know if you guys played that one or not.
Yeah, I played that one. That one's pretty good. That whole the old series too, where it was like Terminator versus RoboCop. That was
Yeah.
that's kind of lame one too. But yeah, that was the stand-up arcade that I used to play a lot. Ate a lot of quarters.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay, good. All right. And I guess the last thing I want to talk to you guys about was I'm excited because in 2 weeks I'm going to buy it on Amazon for $30, but we have the graphic novel Alien comic book being released finally after years. You guys ever read these comics?
No.
I'm assuming not.
No.
All right.
No,
So I
comics stuck to superheroes.
own a few comics, and the comics are right after Aliens, and it is Newt and Hicks going against the aliens. Ripley's not in them.
Really?
Like, you'd think word would
Yeah.
get around after a while and be like, hey, these aliens are becoming a threat, everybody. Like, we can't just keep
Well-
on bringing back Ripley every so often. And
Yeah.
just...
Well, see, now the comics are interesting because the comics were approved by James Cameron, which I thought was interesting. Is that Newt is in an asylum on Earth because she has nightmares of her family being killed by the aliens, which I guess that makes sense.
Mhm.
And Newt, and then I'm sorry, that was Newt, and then Hicks is on this vendetta to kill every single alien because of what they did to his team. Well, he breaks her out of the asylum because she has. Now this is where it gets weird. She gets she has a psychotic. I can't talk about it. She has some sort of connection with the Queen Alien, and that's how they find the Queen Alien and destroy the hive.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the comics. in that lead. Yeah.
I mean, I think that that would be making for a good Netflix series soon.
A
Yes.
Netflix series?
Yeah.
I don't know about that because it's not really good.
By the way, just throwing this out there because Jordan, you gave us access to the Twitter account and everything. I totally just made podcast selfie a thing. You should look it up.
Oh my Jesus. Well, guys, look, I know we're not seeing a new movie because predominantly we review newer movies that are out, but Alien is just one of my favorite franchises, and I don't know if you guys felt the same way I did about it, and I just kind of wanted to, talk to you guys about it, see what you guys liked, what you didn't like about it. I mean, is there anything else you guys want to add to this actual franchise? Would you guys like to see anything new?
I honestly, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can change to this. I mean, it's very iconic. I mean, I'm being nitpicky, but god damn, these are such good movies. I mean, I'm not a fan of Ridley Scott's filmmaking for the most part. I mean, it works out in a lot of his movies, and and then the other half it doesn't. These movies, all of them together. I mean, granted, I hadn't seen Prometheus, so sue me. But
I
these
will.
movies that these
You're
movies
okay.
like yeah, I'm fired. These movies, they changed the way sci-fi was looked at, and they changed the genre. We talked about it I don't remember if it was earlier in the podcast or before we started recording, talking about some of the video games like Dead Space,
Oh my
Sphere.
God.
Like
Dead
the
Space is
thoughts of
great.
those movies. And I mean the first one itself didn't have a lot of jump out and scare you moments. Except for when Sigourney Weaver's in the escape pod and the aliens in there too. But the 2 had a lot of jump out moments. 3 had a few jump out moments. Even Alien versus Predator, like the fact that it was like the argument. I don't know if you guys had it, but I as a kid I had the fight with all my friends who would win in a fight, Alien or Predator. And then they made the movie.
Well, that
Even though
movie sucks.
it's not a good movie by any means. It's a Predator movie, but then they add Alien, and it's like, oh, okay, so now Alien's a good guy. But the series itself really sort of transcends filmmaking. I mean, film as we know it. It redeveloped and redesigned the sci-fi genre.
I would agree. I would agree. Eric, you have anything that you want to add to that?
I think that they should have kept going with the Alien series as if it were kind of like a Predator or maybe like a Jason type thing. Because you could, like I said before, you could continue to keep it going as its own separate events. Like, I mean, aliens don't need to be centralized to one threatened area or one threatened galaxy. We've already known now that they've been spread across all over.
Yeah.
For so you can keep on going and make different situations, and I think that you should do that. Continue the franchise, grow it a bit more. Don't kind of try to overstep whatever the hell you're trying to do on Prometheus, but kind of keep doing how the formula has been going. Like make it so that it's a future, it's whatever the hell kind of environment you want it to be, and aliens break out, and you gotta kill them. Like, you can make the whole face grabber or face hugger thing. I keep on saying grabber. They can make the face hugger thing, and just kind of keep it going. But the way they did in Prometheus, where we came to them, was meh.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. But you guys may like this. This is the one thing I wanted to try. We just can try it tonight. If you guys like it, cool. If you not, whatever. I wanted to see our opinions to close out every show with the worst movie you've seen of the week. And let you guys think about it. I saw one today. Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
How'd you like it? Or you didn't like it, I guess, huh?
I turned it off in the first 30 minutes. I thought it was terrible. It was the worst movie I've seen of the week. It was bad. It was bad. Like, you know how, like, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer was kind of fun and cheeky? I thought this is what it was going to be. But it wasn't. I did not have a good time with this at all. It was not good. Did any of you guys have a shitty movie of the week or the past couple weeks?
Oh man, I can't say that I have.
I try to do my best to not watch shitty movies, And it's just good because when you go to the movie theater, you have an idea of what you want to see. In today's day and age, you're just like, I want to see this. And
Yeah.
you go and it's whatever. But no, other than that, you kind of do the whole Netflix thing. I don't judge me if it's not movies,
No, yeah,
but TV. But I had watched The Ranch on Netflix.
Never heard of it.
It's
What'd you think of that?
It's a new show with Ashton Kutcher and what's his name, Masterson.
Oh,
It's pretty
The,
much
the guy who played the guy who played the cool man in I Thank You for
70s show?
Smoking.
Oh, that what it is? No, it was
Yeah,
pretty much
Ashton Kutcher and Charlie Hyde.
Yeah, it's
from
pretty
that
much
70s show.
It's pretty much Kelso and Hyde show. It's
Yeah.
it's not a good show. I would not recommend watching it.
no.
I think I'm gonna stop watching it actually. Switch to Daredevil. I finally get caught up and watch Daredevil instead.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'll piggyback of you for the second time tonight. I've been watching a lot of Daredevil and a lot of Arrow. I had not watched Arrow before Netflix. I had not watched Daredevil before Netflix, and I did it backwards. I watched Daredevil first before Arrow. That was a mistake because they tie them in a lot. I would highly recommend both of those series if you like to watch them. I would relatively agree with you that The Ranch is not all that good. It's basically that 70s show set in outside not even suburban.
It's bad.
In
Goddamn
very
bad.
rural Denver. Very rural Denver.
Really?
And yeah, and I'm going to coin a term here that for a lot of people will either like or dislike. So for somebody like me, I'm a hoodbilly. I'm a hillbilly from the hood.
From the hood?
Yeah, and
Ed, you're in Pennsylvania. What hood is in Pennsylvania?
bro, fucking, I'm sorry, I'm swearing now. Listen, Pittsburgh, Erie, Sharon, Pennsylvania is nothing but a poor people.
All right.
You know what I mean? And it really is. I mean, it's not the Chicago hood. It's not a hood from New York, but it's like it's basically people who.
Hold on, stop. What did you just say?
Yeah, an accent there.
What?
Say
New York?
What'd
New
you
York.
say?
New York.
Whatever. You're gay.
Oh, stop. Forget about it.
Jesus.
No, but it's what that show to me doesn't work either. I mean, it's just people. There's a thing now because country music is popular, so they're trying to make country popular.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
Whatever.
Well, Carrie Underwood.
You want to watch a movie? How about this? I'm looking on Netflix right now. They have The Phantom on there. Billy Zane.
Oh,
I love that movie so much. I love it. It's so bad. It's so good.
Dude,
Wow.
everyone go check out The Phantom. Billy Zane
Yes.
in a purple suit living in the jungle.
yes.
Christy Swanson and Catherine Zeta-Jones sexing it up real hard on the screen.
Absolutely. Well, fans, we have some things coming your way here. Our next episode is going to be the Avengers special episode. And what that one is going to be is we're not only going to talk about the Avengers movies leading up to Civil War, but we're going to talk about all the individual Marvel movies that have come out before that, leading up to it, starting from Iron Man all the way up now until Civil War, leading up to our Civil War review. And I'm going to be I've been working on it for a week. I'm going to post it next week for everybody to read. But I have a little versus post that I'm writing where it's movie theaters versus TV. How theaters are dying and how TV is succeeding.
Yep.
Oh.
Because one of the things that I do in the argument for you guys to think about is this. If you look at TV nowadays, it's pretty much all aimed towards adults. And majority of the movies are all aimed towards kids in theaters now. Majority, not all. And I think that the theater's become more of a family-friendly kid place where TV has become this adult
It's
thing.
more than just a movie. It's a big night out.
Exactly.
I look forward to reading that.
So I'm going to be posting that too sometime this week. But for MovieGuysPodcast.com, guys, this is Jordan with Eric and Ed. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And we'll be back soon with our Avengers, because I know Eric would be excited to talk about
I'm
that.
excited about that one.
So, and Ed, I don't know, you are too, right? I don't know if you're...
I
you're
love
good.
the Avengers.
You're
Love
Avengers.
the Avengers.
All right, so we'll talk about those movies leading up to Civil War, guys. Other than that, have a good night. Take care.
Later.
Peace.